Today, we bring you dirt, slopes, and dollars. That $50,000 lot on the side of a mountain looks like a steal until you realize the septic system alone could cost you $25,000 and your driveway might require a structural engineer. Hello, I'm O'Neill Scott with eXp Realty and your Asheville connection. You know, I talk to so many people who dream of building their own mountain escape from the ground up. It's a beautiful dream. I've had that dream. But as we move into 2026, the cost of dirt is only half the story. Today, we're talking about the unsexy side of real estate, septic systems, well depths, and the true cost of building on a 30-degree slope. Let's make sure your dream doesn't become a money pit. Let's get to work. Let's start with the basics. You find a lot in Fairview or Leicester for $60,000. You think, great, I'll build a $300,000 modular and be all in for under four. Stop right there. In 2026, the Buncombe County Health Department is backed up, and the soil types we are dealing with now are increasingly difficult. If your land doesn't perk for a traditional system, you are looking at a mound system or an alternative pre-treatment system. I'm seeing quotes for these hitting $28,000 before you even dig a hole. And then there's the well. In the Blue Ridge, you are not guaranteed water at 200 feet. I've had clients hit 800 feet and still only get half a gallon a minute. At $30 a foot for drilling, plus the pump and the filtration for the high iron content we have here, you could be $30,000 into utilities before you have a foundation. Then we have to talk about the dirt itself. Buncombe and Henderson counties have some of the strictest steep slope ordinances in the country. If the average slope of your lot is over 25%, your buildable footprint shrinks and your engineering costs skyrocket. You cannot just hire a guy with a backhoe anymore. You need a civil engineer, a silt fence plan that meets the 2026 environmental standards, and a driveway that won't wash away in the first summer thunderstorm. I'm seeing site prep costs for mountain lots ranging from $50,000 to $80,000. This is why that cheap lot is often the most expensive property on the market. So, what is the true cost to build in Western North Carolina right now? If you aren't in a high-end gated community, you should be budgeting at least $300 per square foot for quality custom construction. If you go with a semi-custom builder, you might get that down to $250. But you have to factor in the inflation of materials we've seen this year. My advice, look for infill lots that already have a septic permit on file or are connected to MSD sewer. Those lots might cost 100,000 more up front, but they will save you 150,000 in headaches and surprise costs. Buying land in the mountains is a marathon, not a sprint. And you need a team that knows how to read a topo map as well as they read a contract. Building here is a challenge, but when you're sitting on that deck looking at the sunset, it'll be worth every penny, as long as you knew those pennies were coming. I hope this helps you plan your dream home a little better. I'm O'Neill Scott with your Asheville Connection. See you next time.